General Sayyid-Ata Hasnain. Let me take this to Lieutenant General Sayyid-Ata Hasnain. General Hasnain, terrorists were burning down schools. Terrorists wanted this entire brigade of stone pelters and they had them for decades. Terrorists were abducting the Union Home Minister's daughter and terrorists were being released. Air Force officers were being killed. Now there are 50-degree colleges. There are IITs and IIMs and AIMs. Does that speak of action on ground for a Naya Kashmir? And what do you make of the reaction that comes from our friends from Kashmir?
See, Gaurav, there's no doubt about it. This is still work in progress. What the Prime Minister has promised, he has delivered, and he will deliver much more. We are looking at Vixit Bharat. We are looking at Vixit Kashmir, which is looking at 2047. So there's a long way to go, and there's been a tremendous beginning, no doubt. From the time when Article 370 was removed, 5th of August 2019, unfortunately 2 years of pandemic in the middle, we would have probably seen much more achieved till now. But having said that, there is nothing which is absolutist. You can't expect that in 5 years, absolute peace all over. There is no absolute peace in any part of India, or for that matter, any part of the world. So there will be always differences of opinion. There will be things, and we are a democracy where lots and lots of such problems will continue. So I would say at the end of it, this is great work in progress. Article 370 has removed one major psychological barrier. Remove that barrier from the minds of the people of Jammu and Kashmir, who believe that there is no such thing as separatism and there's no such thing as terrorism to support separatism, but to achieve their aims. The aims will only be achieved through the mission which has been set out by the Prime Minister: more aims, more IIMs, more railways, more development, and that is the way forward.
Absolutely, sir. Irfan Lone admitted Article 370 narrative peddlers were only looking at lining their own pockets, their own parivarwad development, as the Prime Minister puts it. The abrogation or the defanging of Article 370, sir, it's paved the way for a new order in Jammu and Kashmir.
See, I was expecting the Prime Minister to make a statement, to express his desire for restoration of the statehood, for holding the election, though that is within the domain of the Election Commission. But there is no bar if Prime Minister express his wish, his desire that let there be a elected government at the earliest. That is something which is one of the essential feature of the democracy.
Sir, Panchayati Raj to aap jante hain, but you're not talking about it. Fair enough. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. If grassroots are being given power, you don't want that. Fine, fair enough.
There used to be incidents of violence. I'm for peace. We want peace. But Mr. Garo Sawat ji, you must be alive of the fact that in recent past, months ago, we have seen martyrdom of a DYSP. We have seen an inspector being killed. Some days ago, 2 Sikhs were killed. We have seen in Rajouri Buffalo's incident where so many the civilians were killed. So,
sir, I have seen military convoys attacked. I've reported on ground when the Badami Bagh cantonment was being attacked. I have seen tourists being killed. I have seen Amarnath Yatra targeted. Sir, don't worry, I've seen a lot in the past 30 years.
Let's get real.
I am sorry, I did not use the word normal. I am sorry. I just said Article 370, the moment it was defanged, an ecosystem was decimated, but you continue to defend an ecosystem. Fair enough. General Hassanein, stone pelting and terror, they both exist. Is the mindset changing, or it's a mindset that was encouraged for 70 years. That mindset will take more than 5 years to change.
There's no doubt about it. 5 years is a very short period, and Jammu and Kashmir has been through 30 years of strife, which means almost 2 generations have gone past. The same generations which have seen only violence on the streets have only seen the AK-47 in their neighborhoods. So it's going to take some time for all this to change. There's no doubt about it. As far as stone throwing is concerned, other aspects of violence are concerned, remember the one major achievement that the government has been able to do is to ensure that the networks which support this have been neutralized to a very great extent, particularly the financial networks, to a great extent some of the drug networks, although drug networks are existent even today, and lots of overground worker networks. These are the pure aspects of security which the government has been able to achieve. And as far as democracy is concerned, let me point out to my fellow panelists, democracy is because we don't have democracy at the moment. That there's been such a fast pace of development virtually, and because ultimately the answer is the introduction of democracy. It will come. It always has to happen. But to make sure that you create the right conditions for democracy, it's not just that democracy can be given on a platter like that. It has to be the right conditions have to be created for it. And very soon, inshallah, you shall see that Jammu and Kashmir will have its own government and a chief minister who has been elected.
Fair enough.